In the heart of a quiet housing estate, a simple worship house stood as a beacon of spiritual connection. It was a place where people gathered to bask in the presence of God, their hearts open to the divine. During one of these gatherings, the host of the worship house, a figure emanating an aura of tranquility and profound insight, led the congregation in a session that was particularly resonant. The air seemed to shimmer with a sense of sacredness as the worshipers engaged in heartfelt songs and prayers, immersed in the joy of experiencing the divine presence. As the night's worship session drew to a close, the host encouraged the congregation to continue carrying the spirit of worship with them into their daily lives. There were no stories shared about ancient miracles, only an invitation to allow the essence of worship to guide their actions and intentions. After the worshipers had departed and the worship house was quiet, the host remained, deep in reflection. With a sense of purpose, they picked up an empty bottle from a nearby table. The bottle was a simple vessel, ready to receive whatever was to come. The host stepped into the crisp morning air, a new day dawning with promise. They connected a hose to a source of filtered water and carefully began to fill the empty bottle. The water flowed gently, carrying with it the intention of the worship that had taken place just hours before. The hose, symbolizing a connection between the spiritual and the material, poured life into the waiting vessel. As the bottle was filled to its brim, the host's smile carried a sense of quiet knowing. With the bottle now filled, they placed it back on the table and returned inside. The next morning arrived, painting the worship house with the soft hues of daybreak. As the sun's first rays kissed the surroundings, my eyes were drawn to the same bottle that had been filled with water the previous night. An undercurrent of anticipation hummed in the air as you approached the bottle. To my astonishment, the water within had undergone a stunning transformation. What had been mere water was now something extraordinary, a deep, rich hue that could only be wine. The change defied explanation, evoking the memory of the ancient miracle of Jesus turning water into wine. In that moment, a sense of awe washed over me. The actions of the host, the filling of the bottle with intention, and the transformation to wine were all woven together in a tapestry of the miraculous. It was a reminder that the sacred and the ordinary could merge in the most unexpected ways, reaffirming the boundless power of faith and intention. Leaving the worship house that day, I carried with me a profound sense of wonder and the understanding that miracles, whether ancient or contemporary, could manifest when the divine presence and human intent converged in the most extraordinary of circumstances.